Five Nights at Freddy's is directed by Tammi and is based off of the incredibly popular video game series of the same name. This film follows a security guard played by Josh Hutcherson who is tasked with watching over a pizzeria at night. However, he soon realises that nothing is as it seems. Growing up as a teenager, I really enjoyed the Five Nights at Freddy's games. Don't get me wrong, I've never been a hardcore player of them, but I have always enjoyed them and I have always found them scary. And this film has been in development for a while. There have been multiple director changes. Scott Cawthon, the creator of the games, has written many drafts of the screenplay. So yeah, this film has taken a while to get to us, but it's finally here. So initially, I had a lot of excitement for Five Nights at Freddy's. However, the studio had absolutely no confidence in this film. In America, they've released it in cinemas and on the streaming service Peacock on the same day, which is never a good sign. And there have been no reviews either, which is also a very bad sign. The best thing about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, I will say, is the use of animatronics. They are using practical animatronics and you can see that throughout the whole film. I'm sure they use some CGI to enhance certain things, but they are really well placed in the world of the film. In this film, there are intriguing concepts. There are interesting ideas. However, that only takes you so far when the execution is as bad as it is in this movie. Let's start with the screenplay. This screenplay is extremely poor. This film focuses a lot on human characters, and during a lot of these scenes where the human characters are having conversations, they feel so forced. The dialogue coming out of their mouths does not feel like anything a normal human being would say. There are so many cringe-worthy moments in the film because of this. And the bad writing also makes it extremely hard to connect to the characters. And you may be thinking, Billy, this is a Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Do you really think I'm going to care about the characters? I'm here for the animatronics. But as I said, so much of this movie focuses on the human characters. The movie thinks it has an emotional core, but it really falls flat in that regard. The characters are very dull. However, that is a combination of the screenplay and the performances. I like the actors in this film in other stuff, but I can't say anyone here gives a good performance. I never found Josh Hutcherson's performance engaging, and Matthew Lillard, I'm a fan of him, but I really don't know what he was doing with his performance in this film. However, my biggest issue with Five Nights at Freddy's is the tone. The great thing about the games is they're scary, but they're fun. Unfortunately, the tone in this movie is incredibly serious. Going into a movie like this, I want to have fun, but because of the tone, I found it impossible to. There are some laughable moments in this film, but they're definitely not intentional. Overall, considering how long this movie took to make, it should have been so much better than it was. Even though the studio showed no faith in it, I had the tiniest bit of hope that it could be something fun, but ultimately it's just a very underwhelming and boring film that fails to capture what made the source material so special. I'm going to give Five Nights at Freddy's a D+. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. You guys are awesome. Blu-ray Billy, logging off.